Windsor. And now we'll go to the Business Higher Education Roundtable and its Chief Executive Officer, Valerie Walker, for opening remarks.
Thank you, Chair. I almost feel like I need to start by saying, and now for something completely different. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Val Walker, and I am the CEO of the Business and Higher Education Roundtable, or BHER. I'm joined today by my colleague, Matthew McKean, who is our Chief R&D Officer. We are a national member-based nonprofit. We're the only organization in the country that brings together leaders from our country's top post-secondary institutions and companies to tackle the most pressing challenges facing Canada's economy and workforce. Since 2019, we've played a critical role in helping post-secondary institutions and businesses, especially small and medium-sized companies, create work experiences for young people before they graduate. What we do is incredibly important because we know that businesses need people and young people need jobs. We also know that connecting students to employers through what we call work-integrated learning, or just WIL for short, remains the most effective way to build the skilled talent pipelines that enable Canada's businesses to be productive, innovative, and grow. Developing the talent we need to work in growing and in-demand sectors like the skilled trades, healthcare, AI, and clean energy doesn't happen organically. It requires curated programs, partnerships, and capacity building. BHER is at the forefront of delivering solutions. We are uniquely positioned to deliver on the Government of Canada's commitment to get every student some work experience before they graduate. We do this by developing partnerships between post-secondary institutions and companies, and we often involve other intermediary organizations like local chambers of commerce and regional economic development groups. We work with those partners to create or scale work-integrated learning programs where they didn't exist before and where they're needed most. We're not limited to one sector of the economy, but can respond to Canada's evolving labor market priorities by working across industries and sectors and in every region of the country. This flexibility allows us to ensure that our programs are aligned and directly with the current and future needs of this economy. And our work has big impact and big outcomes. To date, we have created nearly 65,000 work-integrated learning opportunities for young people. We've partnered with more than 200 post-secondary institutions and have a pan-Canadian network of nearly 10,000 employers. We've helped a diverse range of students. 50% of them are women, 45% of them are visible minorities. We talked with SME owners across Canada before we started out on this journey, hundreds of them, and what they told us was that the biggest barrier they faced to hiring students or entry-level talent wasn't paying the wages, but rather it's finding, hiring and mentoring capacity, covering the project costs associated with creating quality experiences, or making the post-secondary connections in the first place. That's what we do. That's what we use our funds currently provided by the Government of Canada to pay for, the capacity building and the partnership development. We get the employers to pay the salaries. Our exit surveys show that for more than 2/3 of our employer partners have hired or plan to hire their BHER students, and they're also saving big on recruitment and retention costs. And here's the thing that might really resonate with this committee in particular. Our model is not only highly effective, but it's also very cost effective. In 2022-2023, BHER provided 20% of Canada's federally funded work-integrated learning programming for about 2% of the federal WIL funding envelope. And we had a recent evaluation by ISED that confirmed the effectiveness of our programs and our differentiated value and role in the WIL ecosystem. And we would very much like to continue to do this important work. We are requesting $32.5 million of a federal reinvestment over 5 years to expand our impact. With this reinvestment, we will continue to leverage our relationships with our industry members and large companies to support the small and medium-sized companies to do more WIL. We'll get more companies to pay more students. We'll work with the provinces and territories to ensure share responsibility and buy-in. And we'll bring a program worth more than will build a program worth more than $250 million. In other words, ensuring an 8-to-1 return on the Government of Canada's investment. Thank you, Mr. Chair.